move into our yin practice now, and you'll definitely want to have a strap today. We're going to do some really wonderful deep hamstring stretches that we won't hold for too long, but we'll move into and out of different variations of supported on the ground hamstring stretches, and the strap will be a really, really good friend for that journey. And of course, having a couple blocks and a couple bolsters of different sizes near to you as well will be helpful. So we'll start in our seated Sukhasana. And let the eyes close. Please come down into your breath. Come down into a sense of grounded stillness that's anchored on this breath awareness. And whatever it is that you can let go of in this moment, just let that go for now. Any planning or busyness from the outside world, any worries or cares. Consciously letting go of that in the mind, clearing the space. Now, as you're breathing here, feel the breath enter and fill the belly first. So on the inhale, there's this feeling of breathing up from the navel to the throat. And on the exhale, breathing down from throat to navel. So the breath is spontaneous and natural, but we're aware as we're inhaling, there's this movement upward along the spine. And as we exhale, the breath descends back along the central channel in the body. So just feel this with a few rounds of breath. You may allow this to begin to soften and soothe. Now from here, stay with the breath. You can open the eyes a little bit and bring the soles of the feet together. We'll come into this butterfly shape, but heels will be closer in than usual, and hold on to the shins. So we're going to stay with that breathing exercise, and now pair that with some seated cat-cow. So as we inhale, let the pelvis tilt forward, feel the breath move into the belly, and it rises up through the spine, maybe even lift the chin. And as you exhale, chin to chest, the breath descends down from collarbones to belly as the spine rounds. Good. So we'll inhale forward. You don't have to lift the chin if that's bothersome for your neck. And we'll exhale, roll back. So just find your own rhythm with this, awakening along the spine, moving sweetly and slowly. Breath and movement aligned. And all of it creating a nice softening and release. Good. Come back to center. Keep your feet as they are and bring the palms to touch at the heart. So we have feet touching and hands touching, eyes closed. The breath is in the heart center here. You can keep your hands right here, thumbs pressing into the sternum. You can also lift the fingertips to the forehead, bow the head slightly if you wish, if that feels natural and comfortable. This is a moment for intention setting. So just clarify with your own inner being why you've returned once again onto your mat today. Why are you here? the hands back to the heart. Good. And release. Bring your right hand down onto the thigh. Left hand just comes behind. Lean out to the left and press that right hip down a bit. And we'll just take some deep breaths here, letting that right thigh get heavier to the floor and feeling the spine leaning away out of the hip. Any comfortable position for the head and the neck as you breathe. We'll come back up through center and just switch sides. Right hand now reaching behind, left palm coming onto the thigh. Press down and lean away. Finding some comfort here. And just a few breaths. If you like the feeling of the breath rising and falling along the spine, stay with that inner focus. And now we'll release, come back to center, walk the feet wide, both hands can be behind you, windshield wiper the legs side to side. Excellent. All right, we're gonna come into a reclined butterfly, but a little bit different today than usual. So using a bolster behind you, a small bolster, might be good if you know your spine is on the tighter side when you come into back bends. If you have a nice open spine, you can use a bigger bolster. If you know your spine is really tight, don't use any bolster at all. You can just lie flat onto the floor. If you're using a bolster, lying back so that the shoulders drape or fall like a waterfall over the top of the bolster and land onto the floor. The hands can come straight out to the sides, soles of the feet together. If you've chosen a bolster that's just a little bit too big, you can always take a block under the head, lift the head up a little, and that should make everything a whole lot easier there for you. So we'll be here for a while, but not too long. The knees are heavy. They're relaxing down towards the floor. And we have this very wonderful opening posture to open the class and open the space with this feeling of total surrender. So feeling as you inhale that stretch and release through the solar plexus, through the front ribs. And with every exhale, let the body relax down and down and down. Today's class will include a lot of silence. Treasure the silence like a gift. I don't wish to interfere too much today with you going really deep into your own experience. Do, though, allow the mind to scan or look through the whole body. With a kind eye, we turn that gaze inward. And wherever we find holding, breathe right into that holding and let it go. Take another breath here. And then as you're ready, press the feet together. Let the knees lift. Take your time with this. And heel toe the feet wide out to the edges of your mat. Now let the knees rest together. Take a few more breaths here. Really softening into the deep lower belly. Separate the knees, hips distance apart. Bring the feet also in line. Hands can come down. Press into the feet. Lift the hips slowly, really slowly, until you can slide the bolster out from underneath you. And then with care, release one vertebrae at a time back down onto the floor until the spine is flat on the floor. And just take a couple breaths, noticing deep into the spine. The eyes can open. Now you'll reach for your strap. Take the strap around the right foot and hold on to the strap with either the right hand or with both hands. That's fine too. You have a choice. You can keep your left knee lifted, or you can straighten that left leg out onto the floor. Draw the hamstring in towards the heart, and we'll breathe into the hamstring. Your full attention and focus on every inhale and exhale. And that sensation of pull along the back of the leg. Last breath. Now we'll take this right leg out to the side. So you hold on to the strap with the right hand and let your leg fall out to the side. It may be up really high away from the floor. It may be closer down to the floor. It may be on the floor. All of those are wonderful possibilities. But while we're here, try to release the weight of the leg, surrender it fully to gravity, and breathe with that pulling, which is likely pretty strong in the inner thigh. So keep your jaw soft, keep everything else in the body relaxed. Now, oftentimes when we do this in yin, there's a bolster out there to support the thigh. If this is much too intense for you, you're welcome to slide a bolster under the thigh. But if you're happy here, just holding on to the strap and feeling how gravity works against the body or with the body, then stay here. Go deep into the stretch. On your next inhale, come back up. Slowly and with support, bring the leg up. You'll switch the hand. Hold on to the strap in your left hand. Your right hand can just come down the side. The leg is going to come across the body, but it doesn't have to come very far at all. Try to keep the whole of your right hip on the floor, so don't let your hip lift. Bring that leg across just until you start to feel that wonderful pull along the outside of the upper thigh and the outside of the hip into the really strong, dense tissues there. Breathe and hold here. Again, notice if tension starts to accumulate anywhere else in the body, it's very common. We're focusing on deeply releasing one part of the body, but when we're focused there, what happens to the jaw? Do we clench it unknowingly? What happens to the brow? Does it tighten across the forehead unknowingly? Try to stay fully present to all of your body parts, keeping everything soft and released. Good. Come back to center now, and we can release the strap. Let the strap come down to the side. Lift your left knee if it's not already lifted, and cross the right ankle over the knee. Hands wrap around the thigh or the shin and draw this in towards the heart. You can move a little bit side to side, releasing into the hip. You're also welcome to hold stillness. So as you go inward and feel what's happening, follow the body's intuition to move or be still. Now release the grip of your hands, but keep the ankle crossed and actually slide the right knee on top of the left so the thighs are together in twisted roots or a supine eagle. Knees come down to the left side. They can come down to rest on a bolster, or they can come all the way towards the floor. Right arm extends out from the shoulder and looking out in that direction, or if you wish for the neck, keep it neutral, look up to the ceiling. Nice spinal twist here, wringing out the spine, wringing out the organs of the belly. Soften into the shape and let go completely. A few more breaths here. And we'll slowly unwind back to center. As you come back to center, find constructive rest again. So unwind the legs, rest the feet onto the mat, adjust the pelvis to neutral. Hands can come down by the hips or on the belly, and just take a few breaths in the stillness here to feel that shift that's happened in the right hip, along the body, on the right side. Now taking the strap around the left foot as you send the left leg up. Holding onto the strap with just the left hand or maybe both hands. Right knee can stay lifted, or straighten your right leg out onto the floor. You might even close the eyes here. So as you're gripping onto the strap, it can be helpful just to totally soften and release the arms. Then the weight of the arms creates a little traction or strength into the strap. Last breath. Now release the leg out to the left. Hold on to the strap with your left hand and just let that foot come down wherever it may. It may be high up, it may be low down, it matters not. But do try to soften and let it go with gravity. Feeling the fullness of every inhale and exhale. Using this good breath to help nourish and refresh the body, but also to release and let go. And the leg will come back up to center. Use support if you need to. Hold on to the strap with your right hand, letting your left hand relax down. And remember, as the foot comes across, it doesn't come very far. Trying to keep the left hip on the floor and just bring the leg across till you feel that nice pull along the outer hip and thigh. Last full breath. And release that leg back up. Take your strap off to the side. Bend your right knee if it's not already and cross the ankle over the knee. Hands wrap around behind the thigh or the shin. Holding in here, rocking a bit side to side or holding in stillness as you breathe into left hip. noticing where you are in time and space. Come back if you've wandered off. Feel this breath coming in. Feel this breath going out. Hands release. Legs slide together. Left knee on top of right, and release the knees down to the right side. They can rest onto a bolster or they can hang in space. Either gazing out toward those left fingertips extended from the shoulder or look up to the ceiling. And a sense of wringing out the spine, wringing out the organs. About one more breath. And on your inhale, unwind, slowly, carefully come back to center. Step your foot down, both feet on the mat, constructive rest again. Hands by the hips or on the belly. Breathe into the neutral spine.